I just want to clear something up from my last post of saying like that the nurse is in charge, not the doctors, for emergency. It has nothing to do with an us versus them mentality, and it has everything to do with respect. The whole reason I made that video is because people online don't respect the role and responsibility that nurses have in the workplace. We have been fighting for years and years for nursing to be taken more seriously, for our pay to increase to reflect the skills and knowledge that we have in the role and how important it is. And like, the thing is, doctors, love them. I work with them every single day. I respect them. They're my colleagues. They're my friends. They have always been respected. There's a lot more women going into the role now, which is amazing, but it has always been more of a male-dominated field, except for recently, it's like more women going into the field, which is fucking sick, but they've always been respected, right? Automatically, if they're a doctor, they're respected, right? It hasn't been that way for nurses. We've had to like fight for that, to say we're not just the caregiver and the Florence Nightingale anymore. Like, we are active participants in clinical care. In emergency especially, like, I don't work on the ward, so my experience is from emergency only, but in emergency, we can literally initiate care. Like, we triage them. I give you I'm the first person to see a patient. I give you a category between 1 to 5 for how quickly you need to be seen by a doctor. And most of the time, in my experience again, a nurse will see you again before a doctor and initiate x-rays, bloods, analgesia, a cannula. They can even commence fluids if you're unwell. If they're coming in for an, alcohol withdrawal, you can initiate thiamine and diaz and make sure that they're not withdrawing. Like, there are a lot of things that nurses can do and have like a huge scope, right? A much larger scope, because our knowledge is much larger than it used to be. This all comes down to basic respect for nurses. And when a nurse and when a confident female comes on here and says, I am the boss here, and people try and belittle that immediately by being like, you can't make a decision without a doctor, the doctors are in charge. It is just internalized misogyny. I'm sorry, it is. It has nothing to do with us versus them. It's just me trying to get across that my job is important, even though it's a female-dominated industry. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? People love to belittle women's jobs, and that's all I'm trying to do here, is be like, we're pretty fucking important, okay? It's not about us versus them. It's about taking women in female-dominated careers seriously.